know it yet, but I was shaping modern medicine. And when I say that, like when I actually wrote that down, I was like, wow, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. You know, I'm not just helping kids with arthritis and to be able to help them. Like medication, whenever a new medication came out, I was like, Sarah, do you want to try this? Would you like to try this medication? I was like, I don't know, I'm like 6. What are you talking about? But they did it anyway. And so now, kids who are just getting the disease, they know that, hey, this child should go on Enbrel, or this child should, only kids with arthritis and he would know this, but you know, this kid should go on this other toxic medication because it'll help them quicker. And it'll make it better. Yes, see that phase? I'll explain that phase a bit later. So as I said before, there's only one child arthritis doctor in South Australia, and that does need to change. And that is why we are here, to create awareness so that more people know, so that more people in university and people studying. I go and talk to a lot of doctors and nurses who are studying and still trying to figure out what they want to do. And most of the time, juvenile arthritis isn't even mentioned in their course. So how are we supposed to get more rheumatologist doctors about children if they don't even know it exists until I go in there and tell them all about it and how amazing it is to study in, and they all just want to study me afterwards. But that's another story. So after being diagnosed with arthritis, yes, the cute baby photos, Mum, I can see you being like, oh, they're so cute. Yes, after being diagnosed, it slowly just spread throughout my whole body. It had no shame. It just was like, I'm going to go here, then here, then here, then here, then here, then wham! Oh, now I'm going to attack her internal organs and see what I can do there and mix that up a little bit. Ooh, how exciting. It wasn't really that exciting. But so every little thing that I do, we celebrate. Like, I've never been able to touch my foot to my bottom. Now, who in here can do that? Come on, everyone should put their hand up. Yeah, that's right. And I did it once. When I was 8, I was in class. I remember very clearly. I was sitting on the ground, blue carpet all around. I was reading a book with my friends. I had friends. And I was like, what's that feeling? And I looked, I was like, oh my goodness, oh, I can do it. And none of my other friends understood, or the teacher had no idea why I was so excited. But I went home and I was like, Mom, I did it! Dad, I did it! 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 You know, like silly little things like that are really big and exciting. Like the first time I was able to touch my feet, that was exciting. I was like, oh, now I know what's down there. You know, things like that. Toes, people, and talking about my toes. So when a child has arthritis, you celebrate all of the little things, don't we? I'm looking at the back now. You celebrate all the little things that your child does with arthritis. Doesn't matter how small it is or how insignificant it is. You always celebrate it, because to a child with arthritis, it means so much. It means the world to them. Now, when I was 9, a lovely thing happened to me. Uveitis. Nothing to do with the sun. Does anyone know what uveitis is in the room, besides the people that know who I am? No? Nobody wants to give it a guess? No one wants to give it a shout out? Yes. It's to do with your eye, yes. It is arthritis in the eye. So it's just like how it goes in and attacks your joints and completely wants to destroy them. It does that in your eye too. Arthritis has no limits. 12% of children who have arthritis in their eye will go blind. Hello! Anyway, see, I set little things, celebrate, even though they're not good. So uveitis is where it goes in, and then it causes a thing called cataract sometimes. Now, a cataract formed with me because the doctors had no idea about the disease, as usual, and they were like, oh, Sarah, go on this eye drop. Oh no, there's another one. Go on this one. Oh, this one might work better. Go on this little one. So I went on all of them, every one of them, and they caused a cataract. And people who know what a cataract is, it blocks the light from going into your eye and hitting the back of your eye and then coming back out again. And that's how you see. So when something's in the way, you can't see. So there's always that risk when only one eye is affected that it'll go the next one. So they had to think long and hard, should we operate? Should we do something? Should we not? They finally did, thank goodness. And they put an eye patch on me. And I was like, okay, after an operation. And I was sitting there, and I was like, I really need to take this eye patch off now. It's been 3 days. I was like, I really need to take it off now. Really need to just open my eye and just see if it worked. Really just need to do it. And when you've been blind in that eye for so long, you're like, I wonder if it's going to work. They didn't even know if it was going to work. So that's a good amount of hope, isn't it? And they had to get a doctor in from like overseas to do it because they were so afraid. And so I'm sitting there with my eyes closed. I'm like, I'm going to take it off. I have to take it off. I have to take it off. So I did a countdown, and I want everyone to join in the countdown. I'm going to close my eyes. You can all close your eyes too, so you can enjoy the experience. So close our eyes. Please don't leave the room while I have my eyes closed. Good, you're laughing. That means you're still here. Okay, so we're going to count down from 3 again. Ready? 3, 2, 1. I could see the other moment. Yay, I can see again. Mom, I can see. Dad, I can see. Yes, I can see. It worked. In your faces, doctors. Anyway, and so, see, every little thing you celebrate. Didn't last very long, though. The arthritis got back in there and created this eye gunk, which then they had to put like a new lens in there, and that didn't work. So it was the eye patch moment again, closing my eyes, counting down. I can see. I love doing the happy dance. I do it so often, it's so good. I don't get to do it very often, so yep. And that didn't last long either, so I had to go back in again. I had lots of steroids, and I was still worrying about, is the arthritis going to go into the other eye or not? Because if it affects the other eye, it can spread quicker, it can do more damage, it can be more horrible, so it's like, they've got to take that risk sometimes. Happen again, close my eyes. I can see. Woo. You guys aren't really that excited anymore because I've done it too much. And that happened a few more times, like forever and ever. And then they just gave up. They're like, that's it. Well, it didn't work. We don't know anything else. We don't know how we can help you anymore. Pretty much just go away into a corner because we can't help you anymore. But I was like, okay, that's cool. I got so many other things I want to do with my life. I'm just going to completely ignore being half blind forever. There was a glimmer of hope last year around my 21st birthday. I was so excited. I was like, yay, the doctor can help. There's a doctor that can help. There's a doctor that can help me. I had a big fundraiser for it, and then, nah. But you keep going. And that's why we're here. We're here because I did this. to create awareness about children's arthritis so that this won't happen anymore. And so that there'll be more awareness, so there'll be more doctors and there'll be more support so that people will know more about it and how that they can treat them much quicker. So as I said before, 12% of children will go blind. That's a lot of kids. So there's nearly 8,000 in Australia. So do the maths. Figure that out, but I can tell you the answer. We already know what the answer is. Too many. Too many kids will go blind because of arthritis. And if you've been up and talked to me, you will see that one eye is lovely and blue, the other eye is green. Yeah. And it's shaped like Mickey Mouse too. My pupil doesn't move, it's just stuck. It's like, today I'm going to roam over to this side, or I'm going to be back down here. Or, it just has a mind of its own. It doesn't get bigger, it doesn't get smaller. Now you're all looking at my eyes. I'll just stare a bit wider for you for a few moments. So that's what happens. And it's lazy, so I hope it's actually looking at you. I hope it's actually doing what it's told. But then when I was 12, when all this was happening, yes, this is me. This is me. I was treading water for the first time in a swimming lesson because water is so great for people with arthritis because it takes so much pressure off of your joints. And when you do something for the first time, you don't want to stop, do you? You just want to keep going. You just want to keep doing that thing. You just want to keep going. So that's what I did. And then I got out of the pool and I was like, that doesn't feel right. Went to the physio. Oh, you're fine. It's just a netball injury. I don't play netball. I've never played sport ever in my life. I can't because it hurts. Okay, well, nobody else knows anything, so we just kept going back and going and seeing them, and then the arthritis was like, haha, it's my day to attack this joint. I was like, bam! And it went, and Now there's bone on bone and cartilage loss and all of that crazy stuff that shouldn't happen to a child that's growing, and that is why I'm small.